Wow.
Like,
And they banned Arm. That's a very interesting ban. Are they trying to run a specific assassin like Quillen maybe?
Maybe they just felt the Arm was actually a strong performance in game number 1.
No, I mean, side lane Lindis really took care of that. So that's very interesting that they ban away the Arm. And when I felt like target banning the mages worked.
is it
well for them so
happening?
well.
I just don't change anything, INTZ. Game 1s go so well for you. What is this?
INTZ gonna have to try to figure something out. Richter was their second ban.
Sephora.
That means the Elsu and the Florentino go down by Cream, which means Sephora gets into the hands of INTZ. That could be the flex still. It could go into the mid lane, or it could go into the hands of their delightful Mixer Giant support.
Cream Esports have a lot of options. I'd love to see them considering grabbing a Lindis right here, because you have that maximum flexibility. You could also and should also consider playing around with the... Don't okay that like Astrid's normal with the Annette. I'd like to see them grab the Annette.
But why pick Astrid now? There are so many other heroes you can pick.
Varus is still alive as well.
Ryoma is open. Varus is open. There's a lot of Tulin. Annette Tulin. Just take Annette Tulin. Never mind.
There you go. Wonder Woman and Annette get locked in, so they don't decide to go for the Varus. Now the real question is, does INTZ want the Varus for themselves? Do they trust Padaria going back onto a hero that, as we said, underperformed in game number 1?
I think if Padaria does the same thing and it's like fine but not great, okay. If it's like actively bad but not awful, then I think they're okay with it. Because the worst thing that could happen is Cream Esports get it and look great on it. So,
well, it seems to be correct, as Varus is going to be as the hover. Third pick still, seeming to be a slow tick-tock down of conversation as they now swap and they say, you know what, let's not do the Varus, let's go for a little bit more of a
They're gonna throw things off with this Zenial pick here.
And I am worried. Baldum, Zenial would give them the Immortal comp that Daniel likes so much with the Sephora Zenial for that double heal on the two characters in mid and side lane. Then you have a proper support. This is a lot of HP. INTZ need a strong ADC in the jungle or side lane to back up how much HP they have up front.
I mean, there's great combo too. Baldwin's Wild Charge and Zenial's Malice. That's 2 stuns. Very reliable stuns, actually. And then you pair that with the Sephora stun with the water wall, and then you put an Assassin in there. That could be a really good comp because there's a lot of protection and heal that they can give to that person that wants to dive in there.
Cream, though, decides that they want to make sure to have a favorable matchup in some direction, or at least have the capability of a single laner that can hold their own. Omen seems to be the hover, and Omen would counter Zenial in the top lane as well. But instead, Marja might be the play.
Wow, this is so interesting. There's so many other picks that are up.
There's so many other things they could be picking. You're absolutely right. Both teams actually have completely shucked the meta.
Yeah, they are in Latin America, gentlemen.
Very interesting. I'm surprised Roma hasn't been picked at all because I feel like in side lane, he's so good. Even in jungle, too, he's so flexible. So very interesting pickup here. I wonder if INTZ is going to play a Malik into the Wonder Woman.
This is a good call, though. Cream, this is the right ban. Get away from the characters that could scale up in the side lane for INTZ. The problem is they don't have enough time to ban all of them. So I'd look for them to ban out Telenas and Lindis as the most obvious picks up for INTZ. Why? They already have a Sephora and a support. There's literally no chance they play Kali. Thank you, ban the Lindis.
Yes. I'm surprised they didn't pick the Lindis. I mean, that's so interesting to me that they decide Marja over the Lindis here. I wonder why they picked Marja.
I feel like this has to be a Lindis ban, though, unless they're guaranteed to pick it up first.
They can't because they have Marja.
Oh, you're right. They can't. It's not
unless the Marja's up top, which is possible.
Yeah, I mean, they could do that if they want, which would work, actually. Because they can Wonder Woman, they can just Wonder Woman jungle.
Looks like it will be that. Lindis locked in, though. The problem is INTZ can still draft any number of very, very viable side lane ADCs. And I'd like to see them do that because they do have this really good frontline double heal, one support, extra comp.
What? Slims might be picked up here. That is a very interesting
wild
pick here.
Welcome to Latin America, gentlemen.
Violet's off, Teonis is off, Elsu is off, but Lindis is off as well. The other strong ones, Morin, Whips, Yorn, normally not a Slim. So maybe they have some trick up their sleeves here.
Sui, that is whack. I have no idea.
Is that your hip language for the day?
Yes. I have a note card here. It's modern. It's titled Modern Words for Cool Kids.
Yeah.
and I'm very slowly going through
What's
it.
top of that list?
Radical.
Oh, no, it's Rad.
Radical.
Oh, hang on.
Yeah, you need to fix that one.
If they pick Slims, that's going to open up an assassin pick from INTZ here. I mean, they could do Quillen. They could do a lot of options that could get onto that and just... Oh, okay, Kaliwe picked up.
Yep.
Oh, okay, interesting.
That's not bad, but I do. So it's good into Sephora because it forces it's a good 1-1 lane matchup against the Sephora. But the problem is we already know that INTZ are going for this poke composition. They already have enough HP in their other front lines, Zenial and Bolden, to tank that damage. So I'm like not a massive fan of it.
2 picks left remaining, though, for INTZ as they can find
Should
a way
be
to
an ADC.
round out their
Yeah,
composition.
I
They
mean,
need a jungler, and they need a, hopefully, AD carry side lane. You mentioned Morin is open and available. Yorn
Yep.
is an option as
Yep.
well.
Wisp.
Wisp is something that we have seen. Wisp, although, hasn't
Or
taken
Slim.
large too much.
Okay.
Or maybe they'll just say, hey, we're going to take away your...
Sideline Slims, I'm like kind of coming around on that.
Yeah, Murad, okay. They're going to Murad jungle.
Jungle Slims is bad and wrong. Sideline Slims, I'm alright with.
That's not too bad, right?
Because you can scale pretty fast in the new Dragon line. And the Murad is pretty
Oh,
solid
yes, Tulin.
into
This
the
is
Kali.
awesome.
Is this side lane?
That is
Side
a
lane
lot
Tulin.
of... Yeah, probably side lane
Hold
Tulin,
up,
but
or
that's
it
a
could
lot
be
of
jungle
magic.
Tulin.
That's a lot of magic damage
You're right.
there. Oh, okay. That's better.
The Wisp would be a more logical pick, and I do believe a slight advantage into the Slims, I think, wins that matchup.
Yeah, that was going to be my next follow-up question. We don't really get to talk about the Slims Wisp matchup, especially when we consider it in the bot lane. We've seen
Not
it
in my notes.
in the jungle, but how does that matchup play out specifically, Suijay, as our resident color caster / analyst?
Man, might not be that matchup, unfortunately. But Tulin, I like the Tulin regardless. Tulin, they can easily put into the jungle or side lane or mid. But Kali will probably go mid. That makes a lot more
Don't do
sense for
this.
Kali. Wonder Woman should jungle.
Ding, ding, ding.
Okay.
Wisp.
Oh, Wisp. Oh, right.
Last seconds, normality resumes, kind of.
So the key is Wisp has a lot of movement speed, so it can dance around the Slims. Slims needs to perk his passive there, and if he can get more auto attack off, he can win the trade. But unfortunately, Wisp has a lot of things that can play around that Wisp, and also has more wave clear because of the barrel rolls.
Is that enough, though? Does the Wisp round out this composition as well as the Kali that we saw in the second phase to combat the very strong team here of INTZ?
I think that INTZ have a more well-rounded team comp. They have 2 really strong initiation tools in the, actually 3, in the Bolden Wild Charge, the follow-up with the Slims Flying Spear, and the Water Wall. They have such a good stun chain there. It's going to be really hard for INTZ Esports, especially with their lower HP composition. The only real tank they have is this Wonder Woman to stay alive against that, because anyone can get picked off at any moment.
Are you in agreement, Suijay? Is the INTZ lineup too strong for Cream to handle here in game 2?
Yeah, their combos are better, I feel. I think the only way that Cream has a chance if they really leverage a net, because she's ranged, she can dish a lot damage, and also wave clear really well. So she can actually help wave clear mid and side lane with Wisp, because Wisp is going to win the wave clear game against the Slims there and use that faster wave clear to then make rotations and ganks. That's the only way I think Cream can do this.
Game number 2 going to be starting very shortly. Remember, INTZ, they need to win this game. They need to be able to find a way to keep momentum going forward if they want to climb the ranks of positioning here in the Latin American region. Cream, on the other hand, they're still looking for their first win, guys. They are not wanting to end the season with a goose egg in the win column.
No other team has done it before. They could make history.
It is. It's week 6. There's still 2 weeks left remaining.
Yes, there's plenty of time left remaining, and like you were saying, there is no evidence that a bottom team can't pull out an upset versus a top team.
Sure.
And that last game was one of the best Cream Esports performances yet.
It was
So
indeed.
the pieces are kind of gelling.
They also do have better scaling than they had in the last game as well.
Uh-huh.
They've got the Wisp and the Kali. That's a great option for them, as well as the CC and just frontline that Marja and Wonder Woman could provide for them. So the options are there. It might not be the most optimal composition, but it is a composition that could work if executed correctly. Game number 2 between INTZ and the members of Cream starts now.
Already, there's the wild charge, and there's a lot of damage through. Arkel's gone.
Wow, that is not a good start to die within 30 seconds of the game.
30
TJ.
seconds into the game.
30 seconds, Arco goes bye-bye. And look at it, of course, a jungle invade, and now, oh my
betcha.
goodness.
Oh, the poor man. You gotta let him go, but INTZ will not do it.
That is
Another
devastating.
kill over.
That's a buff and 2 kills. And this is what I mean by Cream. Stop playing into your opponent's win condition. You know they're going to rotate up. You saw them move up that way. So guess what? Just go towards your own jungle or try to counter jungle.
Oh my god.
Ouch.
There are stuns for days, Sui.
Yeah, I think Neo wanted to go to the Matrix a little sooner there for himself.
I don't think you've seen the Matrix. That's not the plot of it. They want to get out of the Matrix. That's the whole movie, really.
So now the hope is, can SPP, the guy that we called in the matchup, can his Annette, his support, help slow this bleeding? Because they're bleeding a lot right now. Oh my goodness, 3-4-man rotation on this buff.
Oh my god, another wild charge. Mixer J, you've got to stop. Nice win cuffs. It doesn't matter. My goodness.
They are not letting Benja take any of his farm.
Mixer J does get called out, but he'll be able to trot away. No real threat onto him. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know how Baldom is able to move that fast with that huge log he's carrying all the time.
Got
Very
4
efficient.
legs, so 4 times the
Oh,
speed.
there we go. Very 4 legs. There we go. The fusion here. The thing about Slim's side lane is he doesn't clear the wave that fast. You can see Wisp has loose cannon, the barrel bomb, the attack speed advantages over the Slims there, and that should give Wisp the advantage. But right now, he's not really using that advantage to win this side lane.
Daria up top will have a battle into... just to clarify, we are seeing Furio on the Wisp in bot lane and that Marja up top. My problem is I need to see more damage than this from Furio, and he's already struggling. The flicker barely keeps him safe from another wild charge.
Yeah, that was, and you can see... Wow.
Medinho, you can't do this!
Oh.
That's rude!
Yeah, this is what Sephora does so much damage, actually. Like, it's amazing when you see a really strong Sephora really leverage all her passive and her abilities.
But Daria, what are you doing? You need to die.
Oh,
He doesn't
my
care.
goodness.
The flicker from Arco.
Oh.
He thinks he's got the damage. They don't have any CC. He survives.
He does it just in the nick of time, but TJ, the score is a 6-0. Padaria, what a play there, not giving them the 7-0 this early. And they're going to go ahead, and this dragon's going to be easy to take by INTZ here. And Murad is just skilling. Look at him. He's going to reach, he's going to finish his second tier draft pretty soon here.
Mixer J, you've got to stop. The Wild Prison, it locks 2 down. Fusion wants the chase. Neo's absolutely chunked, but they can't quite finish it. It doesn't matter. Mixer J's got the recall, and the entire jungle's cleared out. Pataria's actually turned back to fight Benji. He's got an ally as well. They'll get the kill.
Yeah, T, this is rough. I mean, a level 3 versus level 6. What is the SPP's going to do? What is the net going to do? It's level 3 a net, and look at this stun. Wow, and Arco looks like he's not there.
Maybe some connection issues.
He's visiting the Matrix.
I, once again, don't think you've seen the Matrix. The whole point of the Matrix was to get out of the Matrix.
Yeah, I love how Modinho is playing Sephora here. Sephora has so much burst damage, so if you play it correctly, yep, you get all of those water spirits out, the auto attack, the enchanted auto attacks out as well. That's a lot of damage onto one person.
As Oracle resumes movement up in the top lane, moved him in, I'd just like to give a shout out to the INTZ Esports people, because they noticed he was having connection issues and backed up. Didn't kill him during that time. Very good sportsmanship.
Such good sportsmanship. Patera, you are going to fall. Benja's going to fall as well. That's 2 kills. That's 9 kills total to 0. That's going to be another tower in less than 4 minutes and 40 seconds.
That's a good score.
Yeah, Cream is getting creamed right now.
I made that joke before this season. I think it was for the EU team, but well, it's low-hanging fruit. Fusion will have to back off here, but you can see he's got such a gold lead that he was just able to tank a full shock and all.
Wow, look at this aggressive INTZ there, playing so aggressive. This is where Padera really shines. When his team's ahead, Padera loves to play aggressive and be the front line for the team.
Mixer J's been dominating, though. He's been so smart this entire game. Ooh, nice use of the bracelets. Might allow Benji to survive, but Medinho has other ideas.
Yeah, you see the water spirits and auto attack. It does so much damage. And I don't know why Benja was trying to engage a 1 versus 3. They're so behind right now. Just focus on farming and capitalize on your opponent's mistake. Don't play into your opponent's snowball. And that's what Cream tends to do a lot in so many games for the Valor series.
Okay, what is the angle back into the game?
One, stop the bleeding.
Uh-huh.
So play a little smarter. Don't fight. You know, don't trade. You can't trade. You have enough items or health or levels to really trade. You're gonna start wasting your ultimates to stay alive, and that puts you in a tough position because you don't have your ultimates because you use it on defense. You can't use it for offense, and if you don't have a good offense, how can you get back in the game?
So play smart, play defense, get wave clear, don't bother with much else.
And then win offense. Correct.
Bot lane. There's the threat on the tower in the bottom lane. A lot of emphasis up top. Benja will survive. Bot lane holds as well.
Wow.
Cream beginning to play. Oh, Benja, why are you even trying that lasso?
Yeah. That's not good because the health, the opponent's
If
health
he
is
landed that lasso,
he would
he'd be
pull into
dead.
them. Yeah, he would go into them. That's so interesting.
I really admire the fact that he's like, I can take that fight.
Maybe he thinks the lasso was opposite. He would pull them towards the tower. But you saw the heal though. Maybe he saw the health was, like he thought it was below 50. That's probably why, maybe.
Yeah, maybe it was just a misestimation of his opponent's HP.
Oh,
Either
man.
way.
Oof, if he had another auto attack, he would activate
Furio
his
may
rift.
die here. Oh my god, Mendinho, that was rude. Benja wants the chase. There's the Angelic Splendor to make sure the Benja can't get it with the temporal turbulence. He's just shredded. That is disgusting.
So I do like that aggressive engagement by Benja, but you need your team.
Nice catch.
Flying spear to death.
That was a sick catch.
Yeah, it was. Oh my goodness.
That was the slowest flying spear kill I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was amazing. I mean, look at the kills. 15 kills to 0 now. That is more than 2 kills every minute, TJ.
I didn't realize KPM was a stat we needed to start tracking.
This is why I love Latin America. They always have the most kills in most of their games because so much can go in so many different directions.
This is absolute Mixer J. Another nice, Ghost Walk will keep Arcol safe. That was another nice engage from Mixer J, though, and it converts onto another tower. Now, though, the going will get harder as they do need to take behind high grounds, and there are plenty of good ults to clear a wave over on the Cream side.
Yeah, and you notice constantly using ultimates as defense measures. If you continue to do that, you're not going to get back in the game. You need the ultimates as offensive measures to kick someone out.
Mixer J, well charged. Shock and All will come through. This gets dangerous. The full commit. Mixer J is healed up by the tides of life, and Arcol step too far forward. He'll be burned down. I don't see a way back in. Furio, the loose cannon. He's over the wall. He's gone mad, but he gets the kill. Now Benja can go forward. He'll be slaughtered by a temporal turbulence, but they've got enough damage. Ints need to stop and think twice.
Yeah, look at how low Int was, but that's...
White!
White. What a way to use your temporal turbulence. Another kill. This is why Murad is so fun to play in the right hands here. He is just so devastating, especially when he's ahead. That's one of the scariest ADCs, not ADCs, but one of the scariest heroes to let him get ahead of you because he just does so, he can tear an entire enemy team.
Did he just iframe that tower shot with his another dimension?
Oh yeah. That is the skill Murad.
White's going off. That was insane.
I don't think those Z's stand for him sleeping.
Oh, Arcol. Nice.
A redemption, nice play.
Unfortunately, it's pre-10 minutes, so they don't get anything from it aside from a little bit of gold.
I think the only way Cream can win there is, again, the win cuffs with the Annette. You have the shock and all, right? Maybe barrel roll into towards a wall. You have the one-on-one basis of submission. That's a lot of damage. And then combine that with Marja's ultimate Ghost Walk with Kali's ultimate. I mean, this is the only way I see Cream coming back to this game here. They have to basically execute a team fight to perfection.
Benjo, why do you keep trying to lasso in?
Maybe.
Oh my god, watch Mixer J. This is going to be rude. Arcol's caught out. Will spend the Ghost Walk. There's the Xennial Angelic Splendor. Arcol's separated from the team. He'll go back underneath tower. Mixer J just chases him. Will get the kill. The tower. Padaria, you're so far in. It doesn't matter. He's just living here. It's his home now.
What? Look at his health.
On earth? They can't kill him.
He has Gaia's armor. He has Gaia's armor. That's fine.
They can't kill him.
The life regeneration was ridiculous there.
They can't kill him. And INTZ can kill the core. That's game number 2 over to INTZ.
Game number 2. You can't kill him, TJ. It's not happening. Game number 2 goes into the hands of